Hi everyone and welcome back to Rachel's Enchanting Cakes. In this very short to the point tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this absolutely simple but striking technical sugar sheet, as they are called, the 2020 cake trend. Now my initial recipe did not work, so I had to find another one which did. It isn't that difficult. I won't lie, my cake studio does look like a bomb's hit it. I get a little bit carried away with new things and I love to give them a try, so it just needs a quick tidy up. So quite easy to do. This can be wrapped around a cake. So if you've got a buttercream cake, it's literally just sugar, a bit of food colouring and something else. It doesn't take long to make. I speed up the process using the oven, or you can cut out your own shapes. So shall we make a start? I think we should. Here I have 180 grams of caster sugar and some Pro Gel Rainbow Dust food colouring. Simply add the caster sugar to a food safe Ziploc bag or a bag that you can seal. In there, place a small amount of food colouring, seal up the bag, and you'll be surprised just how easy it is to make your own homemade coloured sugar. When all of your sugar has been coloured, add this back to the bowl. Now we're going to add some liquid glucose. In total, I add 2 tablespoons, and the reason the liquid glucose has been in that Pyrex jug filled with hot water, it just allows the liquid glucose to go quite soft, so it's easier to work with. I start by mixing this in the bowl. So in total, all I used was 2 tablespoons of the liquid glucose, and I gave up mixing it in the bowl, if I'm to be honest. So I placed it directly on a piece of baking parchment. Now, the problem with this, again, mixing it with a spoon, because it's the liquid glucose, you've got to bear in mind it's going slightly cold as well now. I found it so much easier to just give up with a spoon and use my hands. It worked so much easier, just like it did when I used to make homemade fondant. So just get your hands in there, get it all mixed together and incorporated, and then all we will be doing is rolling this out. And to do this, we'll place another big piece of baking paper just over the top, roll it out, neaten it up slightly, and then just to speed up the setting process, because obviously this isn't flexible yet, it will go into the oven. So all I'm doing here is just neatening up the sugar sheet. I go over it again with a rolling pin with some baking parchment on top. Now I chose to place mine in an oven at 50 degrees centigrade, but only for 10 minutes. So it acted like a really hot heat wave, just to help this set faster. Now when you take it out of the oven, it'll still be really, really, really soft, but you can tell it's not as soft as it was before it went in. It's as the sugar starts to cool, it starts to get lovely and hard. So it does need to be applied to a cake if you're going to wrap it round before it is too hard. But if you're cutting out shapes, you can always just leave it nice and flat. And that is literally it. So this piece has been in the oven. I've taken it out. You can see, look how beautiful and sparkly it is. Completely edible. I wish I'd known how to make this years ago. So you can do so many things with this now. You could wrap them around the cake. You could cover your cake drums with it, or cut out simple shapes. Happy baking, everyone. Give it a try. I've got a feeling this is going to go crazy this year just because of the sparkle. And who doesn't love a little bit of sparkle? Happy baking, everyone, and I'll be back soon with more new, completely free content.